Welcome once again to the Visual Vapor Reviews. I'm your host, Michael Cobb, and today we'll be taking a look at the F2 replacement coil by Horizon Tech for Falcon tank. So, as on the last video stated, I'd be doing a review of the replacement coils for the F2. I did the F1 earlier. I picked up one of each set of the coils from my local vape store, which came from, but because they're on SS Vape, I'm hoping that these should do just the same. So, anyway, the review for the F2 coils is pretty straightforward. I've already got them set up and wicked in, so we won't be pausing the system or anything. They are a flax fiber 0.2 ohm 80 watt coil, very similar. This is one of the F2 coils right here. It's got an amazing flax fiber coil in it. I've got it all set up right here. I wicked it up with some of my straight up mixed flavor cannoli from a friend of mine. His name's Dave. He's an awesome guy who gives me some juice every so often. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying it out. So we're going to start at the lower end of range for vaping, which is 45 to get this coil ready to go, and we're going to give it a try. Clouds for days, guys. Absolutely love it. Hey, who's this behind me? Hey, honey. So, in any case, I've been doing a lot of reviews for a while. I haven't had the chance to do them, but today I am going to be trying to get a couple of reviews done because they find the F3 coils came in and the M1 coils came in from SS Vape, but the F1 and F2 I got from my local vape store. So I figured I might as well do a quick review on those. So in any case, now we're back up to 66.6 watts to get this vape, just to try it out and see what it's like. I definitely enjoy the different types of coils. Their flavors are different. Each time I use a different coil, the flavors are a lot more rich or they're muted somewhat. Ooh, definitely some water. But sometimes in certain coils, like when I did the review of the F1 coil, I noticed that the flavor was a little muted almost because maybe it wasn't fully saturated. The F2 coils that are in here right now, I noticed that the flavors are a lot stronger. I'm enjoying the flavor a lot better. The flavor that I've been using primarily, the mixed flavor that I told you about, it definitely sits well with this tank. I find that the 66.6 watt sweet spot for the M1 coils works the same with the F2. That's where I seem to be liking it a whole lot more. And I really enjoy how the flavor is cooling at the same time. I think the coils have something to do with that, maybe the airflow or the design of the coil, because the air goes up and through. And when it reacts with the actual coil rather than the mesh, I seem to find a better flavor. But the mesh has more airflow and a richer flavor. But at the same time, straight up coils work just as good as mesh, but mesh has a higher performance rate. So in my opinion, I think I like the M1 coils a lot more than the F2 or F1. But for sake of reviewing, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right here. So I'm going to sit my butt down and we can chit chat about this before closing off for the video, and we'll go on to the F3 in the next one. So I absolutely love the F2 coils. It's a 0.2 ohm resistance. It's reading the voltage at 3.31, and it's actually reading this at 0.2 right here. So a little bit off, I think, in the case of 19.8 amps. I've been, ironically enough, since I've reset this puff counter, I've only taken 974 puffs off it. Don't know if you heard Ari on that one. She said that's a miracle. But if I can, now it's 975. So there you go, honey. A direct count of how many times I've used this thing since I've gotten it almost. So I always reset the puff counter for each coil. I'm going to set it again for the F3, and then I'll probably go back to my M1s for a while because I find my flavors last a lot longer on those. So definitely enjoying it. I love how it how the flavor sits with it. And when you get a chance, be sure to go pick up all 4 different coils, the F1, F2, F3, and the M1 coils, because each one has flax fiber, paper, mesh coil, and wood pulp and cotton mesh. It's amazing. They're kind of coils that are lasting a lot longer with new materials. So be sure to check it out, and until next time, I'm your host, Michael Cobb, and these are the Visual Vapor Reviews. Peace, guys. Till next time, the F3 coils are coming at you next. See you later, guys.